How many of us are tempted and we go to pray? Do you know Jesus said, pray that you don't enter into what? So you're saying, lead us not into temptation. But Jesus is saying, pray that you may not do what? Enter into what? So the answer to temptation is what? And what is prayer? Practice power. Have a good attitude. Am I talking to someone? Reach out. Have a good attitude. Okay. Tell the person next to you. Say, never become my temptation. Say, don't tempt me. So prayer is what deals with temptation. And temptation is not what we call it to be. Because we haven't abantu temptation banange. The Bible says never tempt the Lord your God. Why? And yet he said, test me. But he said, never tempt me. Because the devil is the one who tempts. So lead us not into temptation. Don't lead us where we will be tempted. So temptation has to deal with high spirits. You can't afford it. You can survive lust, but you can't survive temptation. Don't even go there. What is temptation? Is to ask someone to do something that you know he has power to do it, and yet it's evil to be done. You didn't hear what I just said. If I come and tell Ammon, I said, Ammon, I want you to pray 3 days without ceasing, 8 hours a day. He will do it. He will do it. He has the ability to do it. He has the practice to do it. If I tell him, you know, Ammon, I think I need you to pray and fast for 60 days. Then Jesus will appear to you. How many of you know he will do it? How many of you will do it? Because he knows my testimony. I have already said Jesus came to me. So that's why people come to me and say, Pastor, how can I do what you do? How can I do keep the anointing? I want to see Jesus. I can tempt you. I can say, yeah. Fast for 80 days on a glass of water. Or 40 days. I've done 40 days over 3 times. But you will die on the 17th day. Because you have never even fasted for 12 hours a day. After 2 hours engenjala ekuluma oliirawo. Okugamba 40 days. Only 70 days will kill you. That's what they call temptation. Satan came to Jesus. He was hungry after 40 days. And he said, turn this. He knew Jesus could do that. He knew he could do that. That's why it's very, very important when you are praying not to be led where you have the ability to do something, but yet something is going to be detrimental to your health, your life, your children. Like someone comes to see you and said, I feel like God has chosen to be an intercessor. So wera wano o interceding era osabira abantu. Naye ng'omuntu gw'ogamba intercedingira abantu asobola okukikola. Naye nga gw'ogamba talina discipline emusobosa n'omukeeza ku makya n'asenya amannyo.
To even brush their teeth in the morning.
Talina that training.
They have not trained
themselves.
That you wake up in the morning, you take a bath,
n'ososola enjala,
you cut your nails, you comb your hair. If you have nothing to do, you wait upon the Lord. You see someone yeetikka omugugu gwa church to carry the burden for the whole church, pray and intercede for it. They don't have clothes, they don't have what to eat, they're hungry.
Ennaku yokka depression gy'alina,
the depression on their life.
Taliiko kaseko.
They never smile, they always
gloomy. Omuntu wa myaka 22 naye nga atula nga jjajja ow'emyaka
22, but they look like they're 90
kati
years
gw'otikka
old.
omugugu
You're giving them the burden
ogw'okusabira ensi yonna,
to pray and intercede for the
sabira
whole world.
Cambodia,
Pray for Cambodia, they start.
naye nga ye yennyini obulamu bwe
They themselves, their life
busibe
is bound.
ajja kikola,
They will do it.
naye to be detrimental to that particular person.
Kuba
emizimu gye Cambodia bwe
the demons
ginaamulumba,
in Cambodia will come against them.
So child of God is very, very important when you are dealing with temptation gy'agamba.
That is what temptation
Lead
is
us
talking
not.
about.
Jesus is going to pray so that you don't enter
Musabe,
into temptation.
muleme kuyingira mu kukemebwa.
Wakati mugenda kuyingira.
You're going to enter into.
That's what Peter did.
That's what Peter kyakola.
Jesus yamugamba mulina ebiso.
Jesus told him you have swords.
By that time Jesus was battling
Yesu yali alwana
n'okufa kuno nga tannaba kuyieldinga. Yayieldingira mu garden.
He yielded when he was in a garden.
As a person,
ng'omuntu
yegenda yebana abasajja abeneetoolodde,
people
bali
around
abagenda
me,
okunnumba balina
people coming
miggo,
against me, they have
balina
swords,
miggo,
they have sticks.
ffe katukwate ebitala.
Let's get swords.
As a person,
ng'omuntu.
and he never withdrew that statement.
Era statement yagisazamu yagikyusa.
Petero n'akwata ebitala ebyo
Peter got two swords.
n'aga nti ebyo bimala.
He said those are enough.
Jesus did not withdraw that.
Yesu teyakikyusa, teyabagamba
So he led
kikyusa.
Peter into temptation.
Petero
Kyova laba
n'amuyingiza mu kikemo.
teyamuvunaana
That's why when he accused him,
ng'atemye okutu.
he didn't accuse him when he cut off someone's ear.
Yamugamba ekintu kizzeeyo.
Take back the sword.
Naye bwe yakola ekirala kyonna yamurebuking.
When he did anything
Naye
else,
wano
he
ku
rebuked
kitala
him. But
kubanga
he was
Jesus
the
is the one who led Peter.
Kuba Yesu yakimuyingizamu Petero.
You know, and he thought he was not going to do it.
Osanga yali amanyi Petero tagenda kikola.
But he did.
Naye Petero yasalako omuntu okutu.
Lwakuba teyasaba bulungi.
He didn't hit the target well.
Teyasaba.
He didn't
Singa
pray.
yasaba.
Had he prayed well,
omutwe gwali gugwa.
he would have cut off somebody's head right there and then.
Amafuta ga David
The anointing of David
agatta abasajja
to kill the men
ng'ali yekka n'ekitala
when he was alone
ne
with the
Jonathan
swords.
gaali gagenda
Jonathan
kutta abantu abo
was
bonna.
going to slay all these people.
But teyasaba,
But he never prayed.
yatema matu.
He just cut the ear.
Bw'oba tosaba
If you don't pray,
mu kifo ky'okutta omulabe ojja
instead
mutemako
of
matu.
killing the enemy, you'll only injure them on the ear. Cut off the ear.
Ate Katonda agazzeeko.
And God will put back the ear of the enemy.
Kuba Katonda ye
Because God
tatwala bu fake glory.
doesn't take little fake glories.
Naye bw'ojja kuba omutwe
If you cut off the head,
agamba okay.
he will say, uh-huh.
Therefore, let me finish with this.
Kamalize na kino.
You have to, it's you. Why?
Kiri ku
Later,
gwe.
why is you?
Why ye gwe?
Pray.
Gwe saba.
Prayer,
Okusaba.
kuliko E and R.
There is E and
E
R.
is excellence.
E bwe busukulumu.
Prayer is a spirit.
Okusaba mwoyo.
Excellence is a spirit.
Obusukulumu okola ebisukulumye mwoyo.
Excellence is a spirit.
Obusukulumu mwoyo.
Kyovudde olaba
That's
nti many of our prayer people
abantu bangi abasaba muffe abantu bafe abasaba
because they don't have the spirit of excellence.
kuba tebalina mwoyo wa busukulumu.
Prayer has never been attractive.
Tekwegombesa tekusikiriza.
The Bible says that the excellency of the power,
obusukulumu obw'amaanyi,
actually it's in where 2020, it said the excellence of the power should be of God.
obusukulumu obw'amaanyi bwe bwa Katonda.
What? Okay, 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 7. It says that the excellence of the power should be of God. Remember, we are practicing power. So power without excellence. How many of you know Connie had power? But do you like that power? Amin had power. Do you want that power? Power.
Bank robbers.
Do you want that power? That's the power without excellence. 2 Corinthians 4:7. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellence of the power may be of God and not of us. Excellence. The excellence of the power. The excellency of the power should be of God and not us. Yeah. Yeah. And the last letter R is right. Every time you pray, you are right. There are very few people or very few things you will do and you are right. You can argue and you are not right. You can debate and you are not right. You can solicit and you are not right. You can say and you are not right. But when you pray, you are right.